Well, now that's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video. And it's going to be part two to the Ringo and Nubreed fiasco, which from the outside looking in, and I'm pretty sure others share my sentiment, it's just sad to see. And it kind of just, you know, has a worded in the word, I think hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. And I've had that in my like, I think I'm on to something, or this could be the precipice of a breakthrough to carry me to this place. And then, situations arise or whatever the case may be. And then it's not what you thought it was. And it's just like, damn, it's just disheartening. It's deflating. And with more clarity, I basically stand on what I said in the first video. From prior experience, from what I'm kind of new to this. Like, I just been functional for the last 3.5 years, in sobriety. As far as being able to operate in what I know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of new to this. I've had to unlearn a lot of stuff. I've had to be open-minded, which is kind of whatever for me, because it's in the open-mindedness that you gain a propensity to be bamboozled. And that's what, this channel's called, the Bamboozled Again News Network. And I think Breed got bamboozled. And I'll give my take as to why. And I'm going to reiterate, talking points from the last video, hopefully with better clarity. But it just goes back to what I said in other videos about people perceiving your heart, right? Or just your genuineness and using it against you. And from Nubreed's disposition, from the videos he made covering the topic, first the passion, and then the last one I saw, he looked very deflated, and that's been my experience when I've just genuinely, with no ulterior motive, lend assistance, and then get chucked to the side, or you get used, or the people that needed you at that time because they couldn't reach out to nobody else, then tear your name up. My first reaction, man, I should go get them folk, man. What do they think they playing with? You know what I'm saying? I did that, you know what I mean? And then afterwards, you kind of get somber, you know what I mean? And then here it is as well, which the stance he seems to be taking. He's admitted his part to play in the misunderstanding. And that was one of my things that I noticed too, amongst, let's so say spiritual religious folk, is the lack of humility. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever admits when they wrong or when they struggling. And that's kind of like a red flag for me. So he did admit, his culpability in the misunderstanding. However, I'm going to get to how I believe Ringo set that up on purpose. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I know, New York cat, I'm from a small town in Maryland, right? So I wasn't really privy to society until I got out into society. I moved to a more metropolitan area. I started going to jail. I started traveling. You know what I'm saying? And I just noticed that there were certain type of folk that I tend to gravitate to more so than others, and others that kind of rub me the wrong way. Typically, for whatever the reason, Baltimore folk in general, and I got homeboys from Baltimore, show enough homeboys. But in general, as a scout report, typically Baltimore dudes and New York dudes rub me the wrong way. New York cats, they think they slicker than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of rah-rah, and they all loud, and I'm more of a chill, laid-back cat. You know what I'm saying? With a little country seasoning, you know what I'm saying? So typically, I get real cool with DC and PG dudes for some reason. They just seem to be more laid back, even though, DC guys have a reputation of getting jiggy. You know what I'm saying? But ain't none of them ever got jiggy with me. And a lot of times, southernly folk, especially those from Louisiana, maybe because I, lived with someone from Louisiana for a period of time. But in response, to Nubreed and his disposition, and he was just he done with it, man. And when you really know that you been contrite, or you don't go back and forth, you don't, when people have done me wrong, and I mean close people, homeboys, family members, whatever, they went and told these stories to have everybody thinking this, that, and the third, then I'll find out I might make my rebuttal to whoever, but I don't feel the need to get my version of events out there. You know what I'm saying? You believe what you believe. I know I ain't do it. God know I ain't do it. I told my probation officer that one time. So he seems to be just disheveled and done with it. You know what I'm saying? From a place of hurt. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Ringo seems to be very hard off on. He's talking about, stay tuned. I'm coming with receipts. I'm coming with a documentary / movie. He's saying Nubreed was, sneak dissing and projecting and gaslighting. And I honestly didn't pick that up. Now, of course, I could always be wrong. But here's what be tripping me out about my Spidey sense, right, as I call it, which I believe is discernment from the Most High and wisdom so I can navigate things. Even when I had an inkling or unction of something and be like, nah, I can't be that, yo. It was exactly what I thought it was, pinpoint accurate. So much so, it scared me to the point where I don't want to get puffed up in pride thinking I'm going to just know stuff without knowing. You know what I'm saying? So I try to do my due diligence so that I can base my opinion on the facts. Like I said in another video, I'm not right because I'm out of ego and big-headedness. I'm right because in my mind, I can't afford to be wrong. So I do my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? But in regard to Ringo, again, he's never... I watched, he's on a live and he was talking about how, Breed tried to use him for money. But I find that hard to believe if that was that man's true intent. If you gave him money and then he gave you some of it back, if the man was about money, you wouldn't have got nothing back. I think he played the brother card against him. Now he was saying, I thought you were helping me. And I think he was he did it purposefully, to mislead him purposefully, right? So he said he flew him out. I guess that's true. Now you're going to fly someone out that you need because according to Ringo, the moving thing was going to cost whatever it was going to cost. He didn't trust the moving people, even though I feel like, moving company being short. I think that was all a play to use the brotherhood card to get help from another brother. Then insinuate you might throw him something, but not say it concretely so that it's purposefully misunderstood. Send him now, of course, you can just call the man if you felt the way you felt about it. Since you saying Breed did you so wrong, I would just call the man, not send him 50 voice messages. No, it ain't no man, who got all whatever he got going on. Listen to no 50 voice messages. Well, you could have just called me. You see what I'm saying? Then the first 2 messages according to Breed were disrespectful. And I felt like that was purposefully done, knowing he ain't gonna listen to the rest of it, that you'll, lay the concrete to say because he didn't listen, he didn't get the whole crux of it, see you didn't hear me out. But if you start talking crazy to somebody, they're not gonna hear you out, and you know that. Again, I believe he played the brotherhood card to get free labor. But to get free labor, insinuating you might get something, but word it in a way to where I cover my tracks later on, like, yo, I didn't actually say that. But off the sheer fact, if we're playing the brotherhood card here, and I see how you could have misconstrued what I said, here you go, here's something, how can we work this out, brother? You know what I'm saying? It's the brother card as far as when you need something, but it's not the brother card when you're trying to figure out something. You see what I'm saying? Then in the video, he's routinely talking about, that's why I roll solo. I don't need nobody. But you did need the man. That's why you reached out to him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I roll. I don't want to be a part of no land build. And, he's all about money, 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 money. But then he's saying he's all about money. But he said but then he's talking about money and how much it costs and do. I'm about saving money, fam. I ain't trying to spend no whole bunch of money. To me, boom, there lies intent. So, of course, you hired him because you wanted to save money. You put a great onus on that man to fly, to do that. I mean, okay, we can use the brotherhood card, but it only goes but so far when it comes to just not due diligence, but like just like, okay, I'm in Maryland and say I'm flying something to help me move. I'm going to have to I don't feel right not compensating you to some degree, even if you're helping me save money out of appreciation. You see what I'm saying? And then he never really gets into, he's saying Nubreed used me. How? In what way did that benefit him? Other than if you make some argument of later on he was going to try to, set the tone of, oh, I helped you and now we need help or whatever. But he keeps saying I've been wrong, I've been disrespected, da 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 da. But I never saw none of that, and he never really gets into the crux of what the original offense was. He just saying, oh, the whole time you seem salty, you seem like this, you do. But the man still got the job done. Now he was saying, after the fact, he said he starts pressing him out for money. So he said he sent him a thou wow on Cash App. So he all right, he bounced. Ringo's referring. He's saying he could have stayed. You know, we go do. The man got stuff to do. Job done. I'm gone. I'm not. You know what I mean? Again, playing this brotherhood card. Maybe seeing whatever kind of assistance more he could get out of him. You know, if you throw him a little bit. And I've had people do that. Like, I ain't gonna give you the whole thing, but I'll give you a little enough just to keep you on my line. You know what I'm saying? So he's, you know, says that, and then he says he bounced. So he said he texted him the next day, and or how it worked out. But then he said Breed gave the money back. But this what it was. Then Ringo was saying how at that moment when he was pressing him out for bread, according to him, that he was gonna do the brother test. Since money's involved now. But here's the thing though, if the man helping you move, why wouldn't you brother test him in the beginning? Why would you wait till the bulk of the work got done? Now you could have clarified that then. You see what I'm saying? But now it's time to brother test you. So he says, you know, he gave him a thou wow, and then he asked about something, and then he turns around and gives like 300 of it back. So he's all about money, woo. But that was, he was just down here to make $1. I refuse to believe that, because he could have just dropped a YouTube video on whatever topic with the following he has and made more money than the money you gave him, and the time, expense, you know, travel and all that good jazz. You know what I mean? It just don't fit to me. What Ringo is saying just don't. It just I don't see where it's at. And then not only that, but you're claiming that Nubreed did you wrong. He attempted to use you, but you never really state how, other than you saying whatever after the fact about him making videos about you. When I didn't pick that up when I was listening to Nubreed videos, but I did. But my Spidey sense did tingle when I didn't catch it at the time, when you were talking about monitoring spirits ain't real, or, you know, fear-mongering content as far as what's coming to this country. His stance is basically just, you know, live your life and you ain't going to be able to do nothing no way. I don't agree with that statement. Like, the ant isn't worried about winter. It just prepares in this due season for what's coming. You see what I'm saying? So he was, like, sneak this as far as Bree said, like, dispelling his talking points that come mainly from him. And this is all before this came public. And I think what he did was he set the play up. You know what I mean? Knowing this is brewing under the surface, let me sneak this to a point where if he don't respond, I'm going to just keep doing it till he has no choice but to respond. And then because of hurt, because I wronged him, then I can point the finger and say, see how he's acting? It's like I think I did this in another video where, you know, you in a relationship, and I've had this happen with a female, and then she's saying, oh, you did this, and then she wowed me out, right? Tear my name up, all that good jazz, acting like the wronged or the victim party, when reality it's the other way around. So I remember one time I told the shot, I'm like, yo, now whatever she thought I did didn't take place, and there was proof and evidence of such, but she never moved off her stance. So I'm like, let's say hypothetically this did take place. That still don't warrant your response and the lengths you went through to essentially attempt to destroy my good name when I was there when nobody else was. Now I see why nobody here. You see what I'm saying? Now I see why you roll so low, or why everybody do you a certain type of way. You know what I mean? I just don't pick that up. Like, why such visceral? Why such he's so adamant on exposing this man, and you know, like all the content is about him now, keeping it going. Like, typically the wrong party say whatever they say, they present whatever they have, and then they done with it because they hurt and they want to move on. He don't seem hurt. Ringo don't seem hurt. He seems very opportunistic, if you ask me. And then it's like he's like, you know how you drop an album or a movie coming out, so you have to kind of like promote the movie, and he has a vested interest in keeping this going, because I'm of the belief that, you know, YouTube monetization is his main giddy up. You know what I'm saying? So he had a vested interest on not keeping this under wrap, doing it however you want to do it, but setting the player for it to be where it's at now. So now he wants to drop a movie, knowing that people are going to chime in just to see what he got to say, at the expense of a brother and a misunderstanding that don't have to go this far. And even if we take, Ringo's version of events, it still don't warrant the lengths he's going through. And then, like, in his lies, he's very antagonistic. Like, y'all stupid. He's calling people stupid, and you know what I mean. Like, you're stupid if you're asking questions, or if you just don't blindly believe my version of events. You know what I'm saying? And then he's probably saying, "I got receipts." Well, if you just wanted to settle the matter, you'd have just brought that out online. Why the need to string it along and make it a movie? Because you're attempting to benefit from this situation. And then I despise these type brothers that use the brother card to their benefit. You see what I'm saying? Again, using the man goodness against him. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, okay, he can help you move as a brother, but as a brother on the flip side of it, you should still, even if y'all don't discuss it, I'm going to make sure cuz good. Or we going to talk about this beforehand. Because you done came all this way. I needed you. You helped me save money. Let me throw you something. You know what I'm saying? Ringo attests, he ain't never talk about no money. This ain't about money. I'd want to see if he was a brother. By overworking the man. You see what I'm saying? I was in a rehab like this where they would work you to death and then say, be obedient. And then use the word against you. But unless they were chiming you into doing something that would benefit them, you never seen any else of the word applicable. You see what I'm saying? And then if you ask questions, that's how I ran afoul of them. If you ask questions or you start seeing stuff in people's behavior and you call them on it, you the evil one. You the disobedient one. You see what I'm saying? And it's almost like, everybody getting this Jigga Man spirit. And I'll be talking to my homeboys about this, right? Where if we look at Jigga Man's, just relationships throughout the years, he attaches himself to people to do. And then once he gets to another level, he chucks them to the side. Whether it's Jazzo, Dane, D. Haven, Kanye. He has a track record of this. And I'm just using that as a comparison. Because that's what it seemed like Ringo did. I think he had never had any intentions on the land or working with brothers or whatever the case may be. He was ready to get out of New York because Pastor Dow was talking jazz about him still living in the hood and woo. He may not have known all the, or had the time to da-da-da. He elicits the services of another brother in truth that wants to work with him for the purpose of bringing people together. He uses that to get to where he's going. Don't want to pay the man. Purposely words it in a way where, for a misunderstanding to take place, so that you can run the misunderstanding play and make him seem like he the bad guy, and now you ready to drop a movie because now you're in a single family home, new car, now you got all these new bills. And I picked that up, right? Not knowing nothing about nothing. I picked that up just watching his content, because I started watching his content because Bree shot him out, right? But the content that he was making as of late didn't really resonate. Him hopping on the bicycle and riding around saying whatever. One, I didn't realize he was dispelling Nubreed talking points. But what he was saying wasn't really applicable to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I go on to the next thing. But I remember him saying, like, we got to get this work done. Got to put this content out there. You know what I mean? Got to get work. Got. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just hell-bent on, like, yeah, you got to work. But it's not like the content you're dropping is coming from, you're just dropping just to drop because you want the money. You see what I'm saying? How can you say the man is all about money when he gave you the bread back, but you saying you know what I'm saying, it's all about money, he's all about money, when you went on a 5-minute rant about, I'm about saving money, bro. I'm about saving money. I ain't about spending a whole bunch of money, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's almost like the reverse psychology kind of thing. You know what I mean? And now, and it's crazy how people will go through any lengths in the court of public opinion to win someone over to their side. Like, I've dealt with females that was, like Biggie said, come to find out they were smashing everybody. I've had family members do this. Not saying I'm squeaky clean, ain't did nothing, but like, Brie, I owned up to what I did. You know what I'm saying? So my conscience cleared. But then what happens is, like, they go around and put these false narratives out on you and act like you're the worst person in the world. But when I was dealing with you, I was your only means of help. You know what I'm saying? And then I just did it all to love. I wasn't really looking for nothing. But if you bless me, I'm appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad, Mo. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I just rested all day just seeing it. Just saying it, and it's just like, damn, Joe. And then here it is, like you're the wrong, but the onus is on you to heal. And I see this too, and I've had to do this, where you're actually the hurt party, referencing Nubreed, but the onus or the burden of character is still on you. Yeah, they F me, but you can't get jiggy with them, and that's the temptation. They got me effed up. Like, yo, like, what you want to see me cut? Like you're rightfully right in doing that. But then if you do that, then they'll say, see, look how violent he is. Look, I told y'all. Woo. Not realizing you antagonizing the man. Man can only take but so much. And then let's say you chill and don't say nothing. Then they just keep talking. See, he don't say nothing because he know it's true. He on quiet time. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And that's why I routinely say, that's why I participate in a lot of stuff in society. Because the way I see people, if I don't like the rules of the game, I just don't play, because there ain't no way for me to win. Because certain stuff I'm not doing. But if you keep trying me, I can guarantee, like, I'm willing to go further than you are. Because I just want you to stop at this point. But then, I had a situation like somewhat recently where somebody tried to, put me in the woo-wop, right? So I'm hot because it threatened the progress that I've made. You know what I'm saying? And this was an individual that had previously tried to fade me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, false charges or just tearing my name up, whatever. And here they come again. So out of fear, I'm like, yo, I should put this plan in motion. And I've been had in the back of my mind just in case they try me. I keep stuff in my back pocket. But then I'm like, before I pull the trigger, let me pray, let me fast, because I want to do this, but I'm trying to do things the quote unquote right way, as far as how God say handle situations. And then through a couple YouTube brothers, I got declared, like, you still required to take the high road, and He'll protect you and He'll keep you. And that's exactly what happened. And that's why I just try to stay away from folk, because once they perceive stuff in you, or like when I left the job, come to find out, they was trying to put me in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Because I was damn near the only person there who wasn't engaged in any unethical conduct or gross misconduct, or, you know what I'm saying? Then they come to find out that I know stuff they don't know I knew at that time. So now they fearful of me. What's he going to do with the information? I just know some stuff, but I'm just trying to keep it funky. So they tried to put me in the woo. I peeped the move and got out of Dodge. Quit on them again. You ain't going to set me up in here. You know what I mean? And now everybody will stop talking to me like I was the bad guy. Even though, essentially, let's say 80% of the female staff is having sexual relations with these clients right after they get out, which supposedly is against the ethics and the rules. And it causes all this other BS we got going on spot that me and being in a leadership position got to deal with. So I attempt to rectify it. But I was seemingly the only one wanting to rectify it. It was almost like working for P. Diddy. Or like, you know what I'm saying? I was blown away by that. Like, wow, we just taking advantage of these folk for their genitals. But let's say I was in that joint, sleeping with vulnerable women as soon as they get out of the treatment center and all that. I'd be a scourge upon the earth. But it was like everybody was backing these folk up, or nah, we can't prove it. Here it is. Here the text message I got from main man who was just here 2 weeks ago, telling me he did it with detail. What more proof do you need? Nah, but that's hearsay. But you just told me you needed this. You know what? Never mind, yo. And then I'm like that because I've been effed over by these treatment centers who now, they play this compassion game, but it's set up now, I don't know about anywhere else in Maryland, whereas though, like, they set you up, like, because they just make money off of it. Okay, main man say he don't want to be here. I'm of the belief you can't make nobody be nowhere where he want to be. But it take them, like, I think, like 6 days for them to start billing your insurance. So we'll put up with all this behavior and coddling just so we can start billing his insurance, even though he messing it up for everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, money, this fake paper money, fake fiat currency. It's crazy what people do for it, and then they're working the move to make it completely valueless. So if we all held, and then, Ringo was talking about, I was just trying to see what's up. I cherish friendship over brotherhood. So you tested the man's friendship by playing with him. So yeah, you my friend now because now I can play you. You see how you can't really get nowhere with that? You testing me by putting me in a test that I'm supposed to fail. Yo, it's real. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd have failed that test. If Bree asked Ringo to come to wherever he's at out of town and whoop wop to help him move, you wouldn't feel the same way. You see what I'm saying? The argument would be totally different. I know you'd ask him for something, but you call yourself testing the man in a way that he's supposed to fail. Because you never wanted to fool with them folk anyway. You just use them to get to where you're going. And now, seemingly, this kind of prideful preeminence thing is kicking off. He's saying, it's chat people who don't understand. I said that already. Now, they're there to find out what's going on. But then when they ask you what's going on, I said that, what do you got, stupid? Or you not listening? Like, now he's even alienating the people who are trying to figure out what the hell going on. Like now I got this six bedroom house, I got the new 2024, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't use a man to help you get to that point. That's why I say for me, it's hard. Like, let's say somebody helped me get in position. Not that I'm a, dick ride the man or nothing, but I will be grateful. He will always have a special place in my heart because I wouldn't have got there without it. I just hit him on the jack. Hey, cuz, you all right? What's up, baby? You know what I mean? Just checking on you, man. You know what I mean? You need it, man. Give me a holler, man. I'm hoping something happens so that I can be of assistance, so I can show you my appreciation. Indeed, regardless of what, Ringo is saying, by deed, whether he thought he was getting paid and wasn't supposed, he still helped you get a job done that would have cost thousands of dollars had you hired a professional. Indeed. But then you're saying it's not about money. But you were just looking to save some money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times what happens, like Hitler said, if you tell a big enough line, keep telling it often enough, eventually people believe it. Typically, if you in the right, you say whatever you say. You might say a couple things. Man, I'm done with it, bro. Because I know what happened. I don't care what he talking about. Me and him know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But from Ringo's end, if you keep saying you so hurt and he did you so wrong and he pressed you out for money and da-da-da, why are you so hell-bent on seemingly destroying the man and dragging this out? What are you so hurt? Now, here goes intent again. Are you quote unquote exposing this man because you're afraid he's going to do it to others and you think the public needs to know? Or are you doing it because you have an ulterior motive and agenda that benefits you, which would be the views, the clicks, the likes, from keeping this going? So Reed and I think he noticed, he's been in the street before, so I think he noticed he kind of got him in this regard, where he's going to keep talking. He's going to keep doing it. No diggity, no doubt. Oh, come on, God. Oh, he's going to keep doing it. But if you respond, now you're feeding back into him. Now he's got more ammo. No matter what you say, he's going to put the flip mode squad and use it for more content. If you stay silent, then it seems like he right because you ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the onus of behavior or the standard, or you're called to a higher standard. So you're going to have to eat it. And it's messed up, man. It's messed up. It's messed up. And this a lot of times what the quote-unquote chosen ones go through. Like, I totally understand the situation because I've been in this boat enough times to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurtful. But here's the thing. One, you can't behave the way you really want to, even though you would be justified. Can't do that. Because the Most High, he'll judge you real quick. Like, God damn, I can't do no wrong. Yeah, because I hold you to a higher standard. And then not only that, but then simultaneously, you had to deal with the hurt of the situation when you genuinely extended a helping hand out of love, which you don't see a whole lot out of here. If the man was all about money, you know what I mean? As you say, then he'd start talking money off the tippy top as soon as he got there. You see what I'm saying? That's my thoughts. If he was all about money like you say, before one box got moved, hey, cuz, What kind of number we talking, baby? If the numbers ain't right, shit. I'm hopping back on a plane, I'm gone. But he waited till all the work was done and then said something to you under a misunderstanding, which he admits to. And then that's when you say, nah, it ain't about no money. And woo. Yeah, I guess it ain't about no money when you don't want to pay none. And when a brother, like, I'd have kicked out just for the sheer fact you helped save me money. So through this, you saying it's not about business. You saying it's not about business, right? But you linking and misconstruing the friendship and the business because you don't really want neither one to know it. Like you demon. So I thought you was a brother, right? By doing some stuff that you wouldn't do to your own brother. You see what I'm saying? But then say, I thought about brotherhood, cuz. Meanwhile, I done got all this about you. And then when I asked you about whatever, man, I thought about brotherhood. Man, wasn't no brother had done all that anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's the inversion flip game. You wouldn't have, if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't have done it for him. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, bro. It's sad. Like, and this is how, like, we're going, and that's why I keep constantly checking myself, like Nubreed said, to make sure I ain't right or I ain't wrong or I ain't getting big-headed or I don't think I'm coming puffed up with knowledge, because it is so easy to get off the spiritual path. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, this is crazy, bro. And these are so say, no matter like who's actually truly right or wrong, even in the passage, that these are people who, as far as helping us understand that we're the scriptural Israel, and these people are acting like this, or these people having these to everybody, to other nations and to the naysayers. We look crazy. We just fed right into, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's part of why Bree's sad too. Because they already got the naysay, people hoping it fail, this, that, and the third. And then you have individuals who use it for their benefit and hope it fail. I want to make whatever I make off of you, or put you in the spin cycle, and then I want to destroy what you got going on at the same time. And the only thing that I did was link myself to you in assistance. And then I've said this previous to all these, like, because I started wondering and praying, like, God, am I growing cold? Because you have to protect yourself out here. Because you can never really tell what somebody's true intentions are. You know what I'm saying? Am I getting cold-hearted because now I don't feel like help? Like, I'd be like, I don't feel like helping nobody. Because every time I help somebody, I got hurt. You see what I'm saying? And then when I need it, when the man who's helped, like, if you let me tell it, I'm the realest Negro's ever met. I've done stuff people ain't never seen nobody do on earth. You know what I'm saying? On behalf of them. Because my love like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I needed help, regardless of, you know, and then like I put myself in a bad situation, no diggity, no doubt. But then when I went back to these same people who I've saved from being homeless, or whose lives I literally protected, or who, you know, they got into it I hear about and I squabbled out because I know the other part or whatever. Them people actually come to discover later on they hated me for it. Or when I needed help, whether it was just a sandwich, man, I never forget the disdain or the look of joy on these people's faces when I was in need. But when they was in need, they was real humble though. And then because I've been in these type of situations, I was mindful to not make them feel no type of way or less than as a man, because you had to come to me and, you know what I'm saying? It's real, baby. It's real, cuz. Now, of course, I always say I could be wrong, but I just see so many. And then seemingly, this is what the Most High do with me. Like he'll take me through stuff, and then I'll start finding it out later on. Like, oh, that's what he was doing. Oh, that's what he was showing me. Oh, that's why that happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to make these calls because of prior experience. And then viewing it from a spiritual lens and being able to identify intent, motive, like a spiritual detective almost. Now, again, I could be wrong. And actually, I want to be wrong. I want to be dead wrong so I can come back on here and say, yo, I apologize for, you know, misreading someone's character. But that was actually a tragic flaw of mine. Not being the greatest judge of character. And it's not that I didn't see the people's character. I just overlooked it because I'm not perfect. But in my mind, like, yo, they ain't even cost me out, yo. You know what I'm saying? Being somewhat like childlike naive, like they wouldn't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? We might argue, whatever, but they ain't gonna just leave me for dead. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I've been hurt more by the people I ran with and who I called and tried to be a friend to than anybody that I was real show enough beefing with. People I might have had issues with, whatever, or not known to that degree, or like hang with them every day. They was the ones who came to me and told me about the people I was running with. And the one day I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm still giving the benefit of the doubt. Now, really, it could have cost me my life, man. Taking up other people's causes and all that. Or like people know, like, because I care about, and I guess a man's protector, right? So I don't just, like, if I hang with you, it's because of you. Not for any benefit other than the benefit of knowing you. You know what I'm saying? So I put myself in harm's way protecting folk, and they were dead wrong. But I already know if the shoe was on one, I'll fight my own battles. You know what I'm saying? And two, I know I can't call you because you're not like that. And that's okay. But then these same people will portray like that, or for ego, or to make it seem like I'm something, because everybody's like operating this image and shit, where I'm gonna start some stuff that I know I can't handle because I know Cal gonna back me up. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, bro. It just hurts, bro. It just hurts saying it. I hurt for Breed. I'm hurt saying how Ringo carrying it, and how niggas are so quick to try to expose somebody, not for the greater good, such as I did at the rehab, but to propel themselves forward in the algorithm when we all know at some point they're gonna shut all this crap down. And then what you gonna do? The lack of foresight, the lack of vision. It would behoove you, even if you had the issue, I would still have a vested interest in clearing it up, because them brothers got land. Them brothers got people with different skill sets. I'm coming out of New York, the ghettos of New York City, to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So even if I did have an issue, or let's say it is what I thought it was, I still, as far as being a visionary, I still have a vested interest in clearing it up so we can move on, because y'all got access to stuff that I know I need. Now he claiming he don't need nobody. And seemingly at any point in time, we could wake up tomorrow and America's totally different. Then what you gonna do? You can't make YouTube videos then. Then here's what'll happen. Oh man, I apologize, bro. You know what I mean? That shit wasn't for us, cuz. Man, can I fuck with y'all yet? You know what I'm saying? Not out of you generally are convicted. You know what I'm saying? And I think this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And I prayed about this too, like, cause I want to quit smoking cigarettes, but like this just kind of reminds me of just like it's crazy, like as a black man, you got to be on point. You can't drop your guard. You can't just, take everybody's word for, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got a game. Everybody got an angle amongst ourselves. Meanwhile, everybody on earth run game on us, and we can't get together and figure that out. But like I said, that's why it's so sad, because to the naysayers or to the other nations who are preparing and all that, Ringo was dispelling that talking point, which I find to be totally unwise. Okay, if the dollar or if the economy falls apart, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing no way. That's the whole purpose of preparing, so that you can navigate and do things when it falls apart. So it's just saying, what's that verse that says something like, the world's ending, so let's just eat and drink and be merry and have fun right now, because tomorrow we die. I don't think that's a verse. That might be in a book or something. That's not sound. But I'm also of this belief too as well now. Again, from my own personal experience, and how he's kind of, like, when I try to do things in my time, it don't work. It just works out in his time. And I think, because I want to serve. I find purpose in serving, and without being used and manipulated. One of my things is being a part of something greater than myself. During one of the most transformative periods ever in human history. So that's why I went and got a solar cert. Because I'm not really good with my hands as far as building. I don't know nothing about that. But I want to have a skill set that I can lend to someone while I learn stuff from them, or they benefiting me. You know what I'm saying? And it'll happen. It's just not going to happen when I want. But it'll happen when it need to. And I got to get out with that. And he been dealing with me on that. And then I'd be disappointed, like, why I can't have this, or, why I can't have that? Because I ain't meant for you to have right now. Okay. And then I'll get it, because I got an analytical mind, so I'd be like, well, why? You know what I'm saying? Why I can't have it now? Don't I know enough now? Da-da-da. It's not the right time, cuz. That's all you need to know. Be honest with you. I ain't never know how. Now, I knew how to do it, but I don't know how I'm going to get it done. And I think he constructed it that way so that I don't get big-headed, or that I don't start running my own program, per se, unbeknownst to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, and this is true, and this is in the word, there are ways that seem right to a man, but the end lead to destruction. Like, case in point, I could have stayed at the job for financial purposes, looked over some stuff, and then them people could have put me in the mood that just made me look totally crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that would have seemed right to me. It would have seemed logical. Like when I went there the last time, after they didn't give me no real answer, you know what I'm saying, as far as what was going on and what I attempted to address, I got sued and booted and went to work. But my spirit would not allow me to go into the building. I sat in the car for about an hour before I told them people, come kick these keys up. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But that says something, though, about, here's a man who y'all say is the best employee y'all ever had by far, and he done quit on y'all twice. Is that more an indictment on me or y'all? That the best employee you ever had don't want to fool with y'all? Because he don't want to go insane and stab nobody in here for playing with him. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, man, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. I'll come back with some other content about something else, hopefully. I just want to get that part out. Ooh, ah.